Yeah, it was just a typical day, and I was working a swing shift at the time, and so we went to the park to let our kids get some energy out.
I decided to have a game of tennis with a neighbor friend, and I've never played in Colorado before at altitude, and I couldn't finish the first set. I left the court and then just collapsed on the grass and had a major heart attack.
When I got there, I saw somebody was doing CPR, and I saw the person doing the chest compressions was not doing them deep enough, and I knew just from training that was not going to be effective.
There were many factors, but the CPR, without that CPR, nothing would have happened beyond that, because I might have survived. But the big question was, after 11 days in a coma, what was my brain function going to be? Once I got to the point where I felt like I could handle piecing things together, I decided to track down the different people that were involved. You know, seeing Scott, and he's a bit of a big guy, I realized, you know, my ribs were broken basically from the CPR, which is a good thing, and got to thank Scott again, and became friends.
For his actions that day, Officer Scott Brittingham received the Medal of Merit, which is awarded to first responders for saving a life.
After getting the medal, the chief told me to stay where I was for a second, and Jason and his family wanted to give me something, and they gave me this big blue line wooden flag made with wooden slats. It was really cool.
Scott and Jason have kept in contact, and a year ago, when Jason's son was born prematurely at 25 weeks, Scott received a surprising text message.
We had discussed names, and when Ben was suddenly born by surprise, you know, they asked what's the name, and we actually had to discuss the first name, but we knew that the middle name was going to be Scott. I texted Scott and asked him, have you ever been named after someone? And he said no, and he said, well, today's the day, because our son arrived and his middle name is Scott.
It was just it was cool, because it was a nice gesture, and it meant something to him enough that that's what he did. And so it's humbling.
Scott likes to downplay his role. I don't accept that. It was just a few minutes, but they were very critical minutes. I wouldn't have had a chance to go through what I went through and have to pick myself up. I just wouldn't have been there anymore.